All right, so we're back at KPM today. Anybody who follows our social channels would see that we were out at GIE in Louisville, Kentucky, learning about all of the exciting new things that our industry has to offer. And one of those things is the ZXT mower behind me here. This is a mower offering from Wright, sit-down ZTR. And actually, it's been around for a full year. The one that was announced at GIE is the ZXL. But we've got a video on the ZXT for you today. It's been such demand. There's been such an incredible just reaction to this unit that we haven't internally been able to grab one for any type of videos. Last time we saw it was really a prototype. And we've got this beautiful custom-built bagging system from Wright that we're going to talk about. So without further ado, let's actually jump into, I'm not going to go through everything, but let's jump into some of the features and benefits and what makes this unit truly unique. Any discussion of features and benefits on this machine, I think it helps to put them into kind of the context of how this machine fits into the marketplace. So the ZXT came out last year, we mentioned that, and Ed actually told us in another video that this machine is targeted to the absolute top of the market for sit-down zero-turn riders. And the goal was to make the customer as efficient and productive as possible, but while reducing the maintenance, I was going to say downtime, but maintenance is really the key to this entire machine. And we're going to point those out as we go here because there's actual specific features built into this mower that allow the maintenance intervals to be expanded, meaning you don't have to do certain things that you would do on other mowers as often. You have to do much less on this mower. So let's talk about them. I'm going to move around, but before I do, we're going to head over to the engine, right? But before I do, I want to point this out, right? So take a look here. We've got stickers on here. There's a 52 and a 40 HP. And I actually pointed out to the crew here before we shot the video that this engine horsepower number is almost bigger than the deck size in inches now. That's how incredible and how far this industry has come. So yes, this is a 40 horsepower engine. Let's go take a look at it together. So the oil guard feature is the first time that Wright is featuring that on one of their engines. And that ties into the maintenance theme that we talked about earlier. So the oil guard system actually allows you to extend the amount of time in between oil changes. So that means A, less cost in terms of oil and effort and filters, and B, you don't have to put that effort in when you're really, really busy in season. What Ed estimates is if it's a 500-hour interval, you might do it once in the summer and then once again in the winter. And that's under severe, severe use, 500 to, well, it would be 1,000 hours a year in that example. So if you're a customer who's looking for something that's absolutely top of the line while reducing the amount of effort and cost in your maintenance, the ZXT is for you. Now, while we're back here, I do also want to point out something cool. This shrouding, customized, of course, by Wright, built just for this unit, is kind of neat, and it's got a great look to it, but what it's also doing for us is it's protecting both the air cleaner and the engine itself from any type of impact, damage, backing into things, working around obstacles, that sort of thing. So it looks good, and it's functional as well. All right, so another aspect of maintenance that we don't even think about as maintenance is gas, putting gas in your mower. How often do you have to currently, with your current mowers, stop, refill, get a gas can out of the truck and top off? With this mower, it's going to last you all day, easily. Might last you 2 days. These tanks that we're looking at here, one on each side, are a total of 15.5 gallons of gas. That's actually more than a lot of small cars. And the goal is to keep you on the lawns, keep you mowing, and reduce the amount of time that you have to stop to do something like fill up the tank. Here we see the 8-quart hydro system with 1,000-hour oil change interval. Left and right are fully separate systems. Also, the ZXT comes with large front caster arms. The industry standard is 1 inch, but the ZXT actually uses 1 3/8 inch caster pins. All right, so another important feature when we're talking about an ultra premium commercial mower like the ZXT is operator comfort. So a couple of things just off the top that I want to point out is these sticks, the control sticks, are adjustable forward and back and up and down to fit different size operators. And also the seat itself is very comfortable. You've got a premium seat with built-in armrests, and even armrests are adjustable up and down to get it to be exactly how you would want it for leaning your arm and operating the stick. So pretty cool stuff there. But the bigger component of comfort in this machine is actually the long travel suspension system, which is built into the machine itself and helps with the operator comfort. So let's actually take a look under the seat here so we can see the components of the suspension system and you can understand what makes it truly great. All right, so let's have a look at the inner workings of this long travel suspension system underneath the seat. So the first thing you'll notice is this bar, which is actually what's doing the main work of the suspension platform. And it's mounted above a very, very heavy duty spring. Really, really simple setup here. And the beauty of that is with suspension, other suspension platforms in the industry, other suspension components, what can sometimes happen is things break down, a complex system becomes a nightmare to try to fix and repair. You got to get parts for it all the time. In this case, it's really simple, and it should actually, it does actually handle a wide variety of body types and sizes. So actually, Ed will tell you that this seat and suspension setup will operate anywhere between 100 and 400 pounds load on the seat and still get the benefit of the suspension dampening the ride. So it's a really neat system, and of course, just like everything that Wright does, pretty much it's built completely from the ground up, engineered from the ground up. So when you're looking at the top end of a product line of sit-down ZTRs, one of the things that really becomes incredibly important, especially in the Northeast, is the ability to bag grass, leaves, debris. And so a bagging system is hugely important, very, very important for us where we live. So what we're looking at here is the Wright vac, okay? The ZXT mower comes with what they call the Wright vac system, okay? This is a powered bagger that runs through a tube to a 3-bag system, which has a metal shrouding on it. This is built ground up, okay? This is not components purchased from another manufacturer or anything like that. This is the folks at Wright engineering a new catching system, new to the industry. So it's really exciting for us. Take a look down at the Wright vac, and a couple of things that you'll notice here, and actually that one of the guys here just pointed out to me, is all of these components for on-off are spring loaded. So it's gonna make it super easy to get in here, change your hose, take it off, take it on, pull this guy off. You've got one red pin basically here for pulling it off and on. So it's really built with, again, that maintenance, the ability to do what you need to do quickly so that you can actually be working to be making money. So really a great system here. And the other thing I do want to show you is the back here, because this has changed since the prototype unit that we got to see earlier this year. And there's some improvements that we really should point out. All right, so we're in the back of the machine, and we just wanted to show you the final fit and finish on this catcher system, because the last one that we saw, and there may actually be some videos still floating around in our YouTube page showing the prototype bagger model. So this has the fit and finish that you would expect from Wright, and it actually has a really neat change too. So this latching system here is new. It was improved, and so you can see you can pop it with one hand, take out the bags that you need to remove, get them back in, and then with one hand close it, and you're back out working again. Now, before we move away from the bagger, one other thing I did want to mention, because we got to use the prototype, and this has not changed from prototype to here, is how, and I'm not sure how because I'm not technical enough, but the way that these bags fill is very even compared to some of the other bagging systems out in the market. So you're not going to end up with this bag only partially full and these other two all the way full. What's nice is it fills very, very evenly, allowing you to fill the entire capacity before you have to go and dump. So all I can tell you is, if you're thinking about this unit, check it out with the bagger.